Now I'm going to do a quick measurement for our search form here, and it looks like it's about 30 pixels tall. So even though we've set the top and bottom padding here to get to about the right size, we're going to actually need to use a fixed height in order to make sure that this, and this are all the same height together. So here in our Sass, we're going to use the same height value for the phrase, the submit, and for this select. And since they're all going to be the same number, it would make sense to use a variable here. So let's set a variable for height, and we'll nest it inside the search form so that we don't create a global variable called height. And we'll set it to 30 pixels, but we'll translate that to REMs. All right, and then we'll set the height for the phrase to height, and I'll copy this and paste it in the submit and also our select here. We'll save this and refresh, and we get a problem here because the height being used here doesn't have access to the height that's nested inside the search form height. So if we want to be able to use this variable across both of these, we'll need to create a global variable, which means we should name it something a little bit more careful than just height. So we'll call this search form height, and then we'll give it this value here, and we'll remove this definition for height, and we'll update all of these to use search form height instead. So I'll copy this, paste it here, save it, and refresh. Okay, so getting closer. The problem though is that if we look at our input here, it has some padding to the top and bottom. And by default, the padding is added to the height and width. But if we wanted the height and width to include the padding, then we can change the box model. So here we are at our phrase input. Let's set the box model here. Box sizing to border box. We'll save this and refresh.